calling me a cheat?
Filthy lying ground stink doesn't play fair. Rolled a 10! Stupid wizard, I rolled 10!
Dropping the dice isn't the same as... what? That was the biggest one yet! Look at us standing on the fault line of sanity! Hello up there! Huh, didn't see it come in. Welcome to the Halls Obscured. My friend and I were just passing the time of the game and enjoying these little shake-ups.
We not friends. Stupid wizard is a stupid cheat.
Now that's impressive. They told me you never forgot a face.
What are you doing here, Tayn? How did you even get in?
I got in through a hole. That one, right through there. You must have walked straight past it when you were topside. Isn't this something? I came searching for Maura and got distracted. Don't you just love a good antechamber?
Oh yes, distraction. The Edér word for a crippling fear of death and the unknown.
Wow, it talks! At first I thought you were just a scarecrow the Watcher carted around.
Stop that!
You'd be better served asking an imp to walk instead of fly.
I'd still be dumbfounded if I hadn't learned it all from Maura's own words. Here, she left this behind. I don't think she expected anyone to follow.
She believes we stand atop the body of Well. While riding my dragon across the White March, I came across an unimaginably large skeleton. Legend would have us believe it is the fallen form of Abaddon. The Circle has been speculating on the existence of the gods' bodies ever since. Not all of us are so blessed as to have the gods' own ears. I trust you'll pardon my presumptions. We'd believed them all gone. Not just dead, but destroyed by the gods' own hands. Obliterated. This one, it's still alive.
Makes you wonder what has Maura so excited. As nice as it is to take in the scenery, is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Huh? I mean, the answer's staring us in the face, literally.
No one understands your manic rambling, Tayn. Speak plainly or be quiet.
He gets it. Look, we have an unconventional problem, and it needs an unconventional solution. I don't think Maura came this far just to hug some tentacles. She wants to wake up Wal's body and send it after Aloth. Hasn't our Maura always said that a well-placed tentacle can solve most of life's problems? If she wants to take a swing at the big green guy, who are we to stop her?
It's speculative to assume that Maura even wants to awaken Wal. Doing so would involve meddling in matters far beyond her comprehension.
Or something she understands all too well. You don't know. Give her some credit, Len.
You give her more than enough for the both of us, and far more than she deserves.
How about you spearhead our little search party? Len and I will keep an eye on this handsome antechamber where it's safe, or in case she doubles back. Fair warning, when I was poking around, I ran across some creepy librarian types. They were happy to look the other way as long as I didn't disturb their work.
In the meantime, Tayn and I will see if we might learn more about Wal's Titan form.
You weren't alone, you brought friends. Besides, Len and I, our kind don't work well in pairs. We'd probably disagree, separate the party, and get everyone killed.
More like you'd get us killed.
You know, I was enjoying their company so much that I never once thought to ask.
Came from stinking Arkamir's house. Was told to help stupid Watcher groundmeat. Master gave orders to fed it spray. Come talk when ready, eh? Where nasty Fasina go? Why's she not here? Have orders for her too.
Brilliantly done. What fluttering marvels they are, imps. Well, question answered then?
No matter how Tayn whines, Wal's body, if that's what this is, mustn't be awoken. The Deadfire cannot bear another calamity of Eothas' scale.
What happened to your spirit of adventure? Watcher, friend, are we on a first-name basis yet? Call me crazy, but I think you should do whatever feels right. What's the worst that could happen? Huh. And you're saying that's the bad outcome, am I right?
I would hate to see what he considers the good outcome.
We can continue this debate later. Right now, our chief concern is locating Maura. Maura could have only gone two places. Up in the archives to the northeast, or down into the collections to the southwest.
Maura's journal suggests she went to the archives first, but that could always be a decoy. I did hear some unpleasant noises coming up from the collections. Hope she's okay.
If you'll begin a search of the wings, we'll scour this area for further information.
Hey, you. Glad we finally get a chance to talk, one-on-one, away from the rest of the rabble.
I can hear you, Tayn. I'm right here.
It's good that we're on the same page with all of this. You know, Wow and his great big body. All right. Between the two of us, I did a little exploring of my own before you showed up. You haven't been to the collections yet, have you? It's just down that way. You'll hate it. There's a bunch of different people trapped in there. Lots of kith in some kind of stupor. I think they've been here a long time. I agree, but that may only be the first step toward helping them. The prisoners, it's like this place tore out everything that made them them and left a bunch of statues behind. Except statues don't usually shamble around and cry.
It is no surprise that the gods do not hold sacrosanct the self. They are mobs exalted to divine monstrosity.
Take this. It's a spell that should wake the prisoners up again. Just make sure you read it somewhere they'll all hear it. Amazing, right? Okay, you got me. I took the words from my chaotic orb and moved a few runes and accents around. Instead of dealing mayhem and fun, the spell blasts people with memories. Perfectly safe. Head west out of this fine antechamber and the collections are right down the stairs. Can't miss it. Let me try and put it in terms we both understand. This place has a way of unplugging people's heads and letting the memory stuff drain out. All that stuff kind of blends together. The memory of someone's first kiss gets stuck to the memory of the price of hagfish. My spell gathers the memory stuff into kith-sized chunks and stuffs them back into people's heads. No one leaves with the same memories they came in with, but at least everyone gets an equal slice.
That sounds neither responsible nor wise, even for a circle archmage.
Sorry if I got a little technical there. Of course not. See, a brain needs memories like a sewer needs waste. Without the waste, it's all just tunnels. Give it a little time and these prisoners will be their old selves again, just with some extra fun. Maybe someone will wake up and realize they can play the harpsichord or speak Valian. Wouldn't that be a nice surprise, huh? Maybe they knew too much? Rare information seems to be the currency of this place. I'd suggest that you ask one of the prisoners, but they aren't very talkative. I hope you can do some good down there. I hate to see so many people without a single good idea between them, you know? Like the Deerwood.
Deerwood has plenty of fine ideas. Most involving fire, and things you can set on fire.
This guy right here. What a sport. If there was a day in Wizard College when they talked about god bodies, I might have slept through it. Based on what we've seen, I'd say Maura used this place to nail down her tentacle spells. Lucky her, there's tons of inspiration here. What? The prospect of sending a mountain of eyes and tentacles to wrestle Aethys isn't enticing enough for you? Wouldn't it be boring to let a body like that molder and rot? I think we can do better. I think Eora deserves better. Even if it knocks over a castle or two, I think the fun will justify the cost.
Says a wizard who clearly ain't ever had a castle.
My father donated to all the best colleges. I earned a couple of free degrees until I found something I was actually good at.
Tayn is an insult to the very concept of scholarship.
We all learn differently, my handsome friend. I got where I am by focusing on the things I do well and never challenging myself beyond that. Secret to success. I owe a lot to my father, including an apology. He always said he wanted an archmage in the family. Kinda backfired when I dropped the surname. It's just Tayn now. Hi. Thank you! Wait, that was a compliment, right? I know I don't fit in with the rest of those book learners, but I've got it where it counts. Thinking is a big waste of time when you've got raw, unvarnished instinct on your side. If I worried about research, safety, or ethics, I never would have cast the first chaotic orb. You do know about my chaotic orb, right? That's my spell. It was really popular when I got it into circulation.
Yes, it's very round.
Oh, good. I was concerned for a second there. I worked really hard on that orb. First time I ever applied myself. Once wizards started using it all over the world, there was all this talk and fanfare. Have you seen this thing? Look at it go! Those were good times. These days, no one asks if I'm that Tayn anymore. They don't tell you in Wizard College that achievement can seem downright underwhelming. Ringrim doesn't have any friends, but I aim to change that even if it kills me.
Right.
Now we may speak with something like privacy. Tayn has asked something of you, and you accepted. How terribly large-hearted of you. What Tayn asks of you appears a mercy, but it's only a selfish attempt to bolster his reputation. He's a devious child who delights in making the rest of us clean up his messes.
A quality common to archmages, it seems.
I'd say I resent the comment, but you're not wrong. Many of the poor souls held captive here have been so for decades. Anyone they knew is likely dead, their old lives gone. To return them to the world with nothing is a cruelty. The gods only know what havoc these broken people will wreak with the information Tayn intends to give them. Lay their souls to rest. Return them to the wheel. If you search your feelings, I believe you'll see that I'm right. Do what you like. Scatter Tayn's broken pawns to the wind. I won't stop you. Should you change your mind, this scroll will aid you. You need only read the incantation scribed upon it, preferably in a place where all may hear it. Their deaths will be swift and painless. You return with news, I hope. Let's sate your curiosity then. Ask. I might even tell you the truth. After visiting this place, I wonder if she truly developed the summoning magic bearing her name, or if Wal gifted her it. Ugh, he's exhausting and exasperating, but smarter than he seems. He is an archmage, after all. Still, he's probably the dumbest of us. The definition of a snake. One wonders what cold-blooded malfeasance he perpetrated upon the Huana, that they allowed him to build a castle in the heart of their greatest city. It gladdens my heart to see he's finally found his proper place in the natural order, as your pet.
Enjoy your delusions, parasite. The Watcher would not hesitate to strike off your head if it served his interests in some mediocre capacity.
Consul Hot's reprehensible antics give responsible wizards a bad name.
Let's sate your curiosity then. We'd need to review your research, of course, and you'd be required to submit the spells you've authored to us for assessment. I hope you've been keeping diligent notes. Then you'd have to stand before us and defend your work while we ruthlessly poke holes in it. After that is the duel. You have to fight all of us, in a row. Calicoth always insists on going first. No one's survived in... must be 15 years now. To be frank, I don't know if you're up for it.
Pardon me, but I'll have you know the Watcher is a perfectly competent wizard. What I meant to say was...
Take your lover's quarrel elsewhere, please. He's frightfully determined once someone's told him no. Whether you can or cannot, I'd certainly like to watch you try. I'll consider submitting your candidacy to the Circle. I suppose compared to Tayn, anything less than rapturous exaltation looks like deepest loathing. I neither like nor dislike them. They serve a useful function, and their constant flatulence aside, they can be rather sweet. Very well.